Okay, so dynamics. These are two dynamics that you've seen a lot before. Here we've got forte and piano so far. And dynamics just mean instructions in the music that tell you how loud or soft to play them. And sometimes that comes with some other stuff too, just like we were talking about. Forte is strong and piano is soft and sweet sometimes. So we've got forte and piano, but there are a couple things in between that we haven't talked about. First of all, there's something called, you may have seen this before. It looks like that. And MF stands for mezzo forte, which means mezzo with two Z's, just like pizza. Mezzo in Italian, another fancy Italian musical word, means medium or half or middle. So mezzo forte is less than forte, but definitely more than piano. And then there's another one. We also have mezzo piano as well. And mezzo piano is also louder than piano, but softer than mezzo forte and forte. So, okay, is this it? Not yet. There are a couple other ones that we could have. One, we could have something that looks like this, or this, or this, or this. I think the highest level of fortes I've ever seen and that exists in music history is 7 fortes, I believe. I'm not sure, but 7 fortes, can you believe that? So every time you add a forte, if you had, for instance, just 2 fortes, this is fortissimo. And if you added another F, it would be fortissimo. And if you added another one, it would be fortissimo. I think I did too many. Anyway, you get the point. You just add an is in between for everyone. So this is crazy, crazy loud, like the loudest you could ever play. And you usually only see fortissimo or fortissimo in big orchestra pieces. You probably wouldn't play this solo, but like you can put as many fortes as you want in a row to make your orchestra play super, super loud. So on the other end of that, we have, sometimes you'll see many, many pianos, and that is the same way. So instead of just piano, this would be pianissimo, or however many ises in between you need. So this would be pianissimo. And that's just really, really, really soft, super soft, so soft. In fact, you maybe aren't able to hear it. And a lot of composers use pianissimos so that it's almost like the audience is like, wait, are they still playing? Can we leave now? Should we clap? So it's a really important job for a musician, especially one that's learning all of these new things about music. It's especially important that we follow these instructions that composers put into the music, because sometimes they really want to come across with a certain effect through their instructions in the music. So now there are some more in-betweens even. We've got fortes, and we've got mezzo forte, and we've got mezzo piano, and we've got piano. Those are our main ones for now, especially the main ones that you guys will see in your music. Now, what if you wanted to gradually go from forte to piano across, I don't know, let's say like 4 measures. We wanted to go from forte, nice and loud, but gradually get softer to piano. But we didn't want to write all of this in, and we didn't want it to be forte and then mezzo forte and then mezzo piano. We wanted it to be nice and loud at the beginning, and then it slowly gets softer and softer and kind of dies away. So something that composers use is something called a decrescendo, which means to get softer gradually. And it looks like this. Then we've got the opposite of that, where if we start really softly and slowly get louder and louder and louder, and then we get stronger and almost forte, that is called a crescendo. And this in Italian means to get louder, and it looks like this. Now, one way you can look at this is the shape over here. Here, let me change. The shape over here is really big. The space in between is nice and big, and then it gets smaller and smaller, just like the sound does. So it makes sense that down here would be forte and down here would be piano. Now the same goes for crescendo, since this starts out really small and there's not much space down here, almost no space. This makes sense that it would be a really small sound, and down here it would be a really nice and big sound and forte.